Welcome to Election Connection, Western Connecticut State University's live news and election coverage. I'm David Kuhn.
And I'm Jackie Guzda. We're here tonight until midnight discussing races for the governor's seat, the U.S. Senate seat for Connecticut, the 4th and 5th congressional districts, and state legislative races.
University. He's coming in to talk about privacy, security, and safety in a social media world at 5:30 p.m. on Wednesday, November 14th. The talk will be in the VPAC Concert Hall on the West Side campus here at WCSU.
It's going to be a very interesting talk. Chris Kelly was the first chief privacy officer, general counsel, and head of global public policy for Facebook. Well, I mean, there's several fact-checking outputs. I know the Washington Post has a really important one.
96 majority in the House. Democrats will look to retake at least the House, which will require them to flip no less than 23 Republican-held seats.
Hey, thanks for the great rundown, Ryan. But Election Connection has special coverage for the gubernatorial race, don't we?
WCSU's Election Connection is covering the gubernatorial election, key races in the state Senate and state House, the elections for the offices of Attorney General and Treasurer, and the elections for Connecticut's representatives in the U.S. House and Senate.
I'm in the VPA area, approached me to teach a course, and those were their interests. So we started it last year in 2017 in the fall with a few students. This year it has, I think there were only 7 last year. This year there are 19 that lives in this country. Not just the wealthy, not just the people that look like we do.
Evolved into something really different. And I dare say that it's the Republican Party, because I don't want to hold all Republicans accountable for what Donald Trump does. I think it's the Trump Party, and people are following it. So to send the troops down to the border, I think, was a grave mistake, and I think that he was his misjudgment on that issue will be seen to come tonight through all the races throughout the country.
And the good works that they are doing for our country. So when you have that every single day, the president watches that, he sees, he hears about it, and he says, why are you only attacking me? Why are you only pointing out the bad things? There's also good things going on. So when he says that, he calls them fake news because clearly they're not representing the entire picture.
Considered to be the #1 issue that's affecting our communities at the very moment.
Congress, or this next Congress needs to do is make sure that the tax cuts of 2017 and Jobs Act gets extended in the tax cuts.
Wooden taking on Republican Thad Gray. Now, those last 2 races, we're seeing the departure of incumbents who have been in office for 20 years. So these 2 are going to be pretty important toss-ups. Moving on to the U.S. House, the 4th Congressional District, we have Jim Himes taking on Republican Harry O'Rourke.